Alright, so starting us off, a heavy parry will give you a forward dodge light for 14 damage. This is the most damaging option, and you can also chain directly into your unblockable. You can do a 12 damage neutral light if you wanted to only go into the second part of your chains, however. Off of a guard break, you get a 25 damage side heavy. Top heavy is blockable. Taking the heavy off of a GB will lead to your finishers. Off of a light parry, you get a 27 damage side heavy. Top only does 24. You could also opt to go for a Nature's Wrath, which is the forward dodge heavy, which will only do 22 damage but will lead directly into your unblockable. Off of a wall splat, you do get your unblockable top heavy finisher for 34 damage. When quote-unquote deflecting a top attack of any kind, you get a guard break confirmed. Usually when deflecting a side light, the only thing you get confirmed is chip damage from the side dodge heavy. Deflecting a side heavy will usually confirm that side dodge heavy, doing 16 damage. The top heavy saw feint bash will confirm a 13 damage light that will chain into your finishers. While you're out of stamina, a guard break will confirm a 12 damage light, direction doesn't matter. And a light parry will also confirm a 12 damage light, direction doesn't matter here either. It is extremely difficult to get your heavy confirmed off of a wall splat while you're out of stamina, but it can be done. Ironically, the top heavy is harder to confirm despite it doing 3 less damage. When throwing an out of stamina opponent, most damaging option is going to be side heavy finisher into side heavy opener. This will do 57 damage. Doing a side heavy finisher into a top heavy opener will only do 54 damage, but it can be helpful if you can't end the fight right then and there. This is because after the side heavy finisher into side heavy opener, this will actually confirm a light attack from your opponent. It'll interrupt chain into heavy, it'll interrupt chain into light, and if you do nothing and try and block it, you won't even be able to do that. With the side heavy finisher into top heavy opener, however, you will actually be able to block it or interrupt the light with a light of your own. You do have the option to delay a light so that it doesn't throw a finisher, and then chain that into a top heavy. This will do 41 damage and will lead directly into your unblockable. However, they're under no obligation to respect that unblockable, they can interrupt it with a light. You could throw a finisher side heavy instead and actually trade with that light, however in my opinion it's better to just take the higher damage in this instance. When parrying an out of stamina opponent, your most damaging option is going to be forward dodge light into top heavy. This will do 48 damage. And this punish is actually completely safe. I don't know if they changed the guard break vulnerability, but they no longer get a guaranteed guard break after this. You could also opt to do a neutral light into a top heavy. This will do 41 damage and will allow you to chain into your finishers, however just like before, they are under no obligation to actually respect that unblockable. That's about it. See ya!